Hey y'all. So, as y'all know, there were some raids that happened in Mississippi the other week, which basically took the media by storm. I'm sure that nearly every single one of you guys have saw the video of the young Hispanic girl all over social media, all over the news, bawling, crying about the separation from her parents. But of course, in the mainstream media, what you will never see are the follow-up stories. You will never see what happens after that. You will never know that within 24 hours, all of those people who had children were released. Okay. You will also not know that right after there was a job fair. And let's take a look. Let's just take a look, okay, according to the local news to see who attended the job fair. And then we're going to learn a little bit more about the area.
Less than a week after the raids, one of the poultry companies involved held a job fair.
WJTV-12's Shay O'Connor reports from Koch Foods in Scott County.
Bright and early Monday morning, dozens of people turned out at Cook Foods employment centers in Martin and the Wynn Job Center in Forest are looking for a job.
I heard that, they were hiring, so I came down here to see if they needed somebody to drive one of the trucks for them, and me and my cousins came here to see if they were hiring anywhere else in the warehouse.
The influx in job openings comes nearly a week after 680 undocumented workers were detained in ICE raids at food plants across the state. In the town of Morton alone, 243 people were taken from food plants, Cook Foods being where the highest numbers of workers were detained. Organizers with Wynn Job Center in Forest say they were contacted by the food company last week to conduct the fair.
They have to continue with business as usual. When they continue with business as usual, that means that they have to have enough people in order to process the poultry. And if they don't have that, then of course the lines are going to go down and they're not going to be able to be as productive as they should.
Cook Food has at least 3 locations within the Morton area. Many who live in or near the small town say that.
Do y'all notice? I mean, y'all have eyes. Literally, you see Black men everywhere. Black men coming to look for these jobs, applying for these jobs. And not only that, now you have to work with the local employment centers, okay, to find local people within this area that are actually looking for employment.
The plant doesn't hire much. Vermandis Davis says he is still shaken up by the raids, but says the job openings provide an opportunity for many.
I'm praying for the families of the people that got detained for the situation that happened, but I feel bad for everything, but it just opened up more doors for other people that couldn't get anything done.
I just kept seeing it over.
Like, I feel bad for the people, but it's people in this area right here, born here, that have been struggling, finding jobs, finding employment, and this opens up doors for actual American tax-paying citizens.
For the news and all over, I was like, man, it's just crazy. I didn't think it was that much of a problem. It's like, there's going to be more people that want a job, so, that give me a shot to go get a job. Because I need a job myself for me and my kids.
Organizers say all that's required for those who apply is 2 forms of identity. We've reached out to Cook Foods for comment. They declined. In Forest, Shay O'Connor, 12 News.
Now you have so many people in this area that are going to be able to get employment. Let's take a look at this from USA Today. And actually, so this is mainstream media, and this is what they do. They are like super annoying because I was doing research on this topic and I came to this article, and the title of the article is Job Fair After ICE Raids. Here's who showed up for Coke Food plant jobs. Okay, so I'm thinking this whole article is going to be about who showed up to the job fair, but literally this whole entire video, and I don't even know if I should show it, but this whole entire video was about the raids, not who showed up to the jobs. But anyway, so I just feel like there was some type of deterrent there in these little mind games that the mainstream media likes to play. But nonetheless, the article does go on to talk more about this situation. So on Monday morning, the parking lot at the Wynn Job Center here was full. About 25 to 30 people showed up to apply for jobs at Coke Foods nearby poultry processing plant. Of those, about an equal number were Black, white, or Latino. So we're talking American citizens here, okay? This is what you normally see here, said Diane Bell, Communications Director for the Mississippi Department of Employment Security of the job fair held between 9 to 11 a.m. The company, one of 4 whose plants in small Mississippi towns were targeted by federal immigration officials on Wednesday, contacted the state employment agency the same day to request its help in hiring workers. The raids detained 680 mostly Latino workers. Now, I want y'all to notice that, okay? Don't tell me mostly Latino workers. I want a breakdown, because another thing the mainstream media tries to do is try to make y'all believe that these policies are only affecting Latinos, which is just not the case, okay? There have literally been places raided that have Chinese workers there. And I'm sure there's a large demographic of people being caught up in this. They also try to make you believe that they're only going after people who are just coming into the country and not people who are overstaying their visas, which is also not true, okay? So in what marked the largest workplace thing in at least a decade, of those, about 300 were given future court dates and released. This is what I told y'all, which the mainstream media did not come back to mostly follow up on, okay? But they can't return to work. So while y'all still over there crying about the girl who swears she was just separated from her parents, when you have American citizens being separated from their children every single day, okay, she was returned to her parents within 24 hours. All right, so this young guy here, this is Camario Whitley. He is one of the several who showed up to the Wynn Job Center in Forest, Mississippi on August 12th to apply for a job at a nearby poultry processing plant. Coast Foods put out the notice to the center after the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement raided and detained many of the plant workers. Camario Whitley, a resident of the nearby town of Morton, spoke to reporters after he left the building. He said there were several positions available at the plant, including forklift operators. Whitley said he applied for a job working at the plant's rehang table where workers hang frozen chickens, okay? So this, Black people don't want jobs. They don't want these jobs. You hear that crap, okay, coming from white liberals who think they're the saviors and protectors of Black people. And you also hear that coming from Black people who like to freaking virtue signal. Okay, you don't live in these areas. You have nothing to do with the jobs. You probably don't know anybody living in these areas. Yet you try to be the forefront and the one speaking to the media, in front of the media, are carrying the discussions about what these people want. And these people need these jobs. This is a small town, a rural town. Don't speak for them. Let them speak for themselves, okay? The job starts at $12 an hour, which is decent pay for the area, Whitley said, okay? I talked to y'all about this recently. I said, if you are making, in this rural town, if you're making $12 an hour, you're doing pretty good in this town, okay? Definitely is for a start. That's not a bad start, and it can always go up, he said. And I've talked about that. I've talked about now, once those illegal immigrants are moved out of these positions, if those jobs are not paying what people want to work, if you want to keep these chickens coming on out of this plant, you're going to have to up those prices. You're going to have to meet these people where they're at. and what they're looking for. Now you have to compete to get people in your doors, okay? And this is also, I thought there was another guy, but I don't think there's a picture of him. This is somebody else. But anyway, so everybody I'm showing y'all right now on camera, Black men at the Win Job Center, Black men trying to apply for these jobs. All right, let's take a look at this, because I want to show y'all who your representatives are. I want to show y'all how they treat y'all and how they do y'all.
Hires its workers using strict hiring policies and procedures. Cook has used E-Verify for well over 10 years. State Representative Kathy Sykes says it shouldn't matter if someone is documented or not.
Folks should be able to work with or without the proper papers so that they can provide for their families.
These are your representatives, okay? These are your representatives. These are the people that y'all continually vote into office. These are the people that you assume because they look like you, they have your best interest in mind. See, I told y'all, people always popping up on my channel, oh, Rhonda, you should run as a representative. You should work in politics. I'm telling y'all, people would hate me. They would not like me because I would not sugarcoat anything. I would tell this lady, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to all those Black men that you just saw in line, that you just saw telling their story. You are a disgrace because you are put in place to represent them, yet you want to represent others. All the things that American citizens, Black American citizens in particular, have went through on this freaking land that they were born on, pay taxes into, a part of this society, and you slap them in the face like this. You tell them, I don't give a crap that you're disproportionately affected by unemployment. I don't give a crap that you're disproportionately affected by poverty. I don't give a crap that you're disproportionately affected by the crime bill and you're disproportionately in jail and looking for employment. I don't give a crap about that. They deserve to compete with you at the same rate. They deserve to try to come here for an opportunity and compete with you and knock you out. This is what this lady that y'all voted into office is telling you. But people wouldn't like me because that type of stuff right there, that wouldn't fly. And I would get people riled up about the stuff that actually freaking matters, about the stuff that actually affects your life, affects your pocket. This Gucci made this shirt or Nike did that. This is not affecting your everyday life. If you don't go on social media, if you don't turn on the TV, you don't know what the heck Nike and Gucci is doing. But do you know what you do know? You know what's in your pockets. You know what that check is looking like. You know if you can afford to feed your kids, how much money you make, and the opportunities you have literally impact every facet of your life, from the neighborhood you're able to live into, being able to escape poverty and crime, being able to feed your children, being able to send your children to good schools. These are the things people should rally up behind and get riled up about. And honey, let me tell you, I will have people riled up about the stuff that matters. Y'all can tell in some of my videos, I be like, because this stuff, it's upsetting to me. It's upsetting, and it's just really a disgrace, man. Anyway, so real quick, before I end this video, let's just take a look at the actual statistics from Morton, Mississippi. So Morton, Mississippi is a home to about 3,500 people, okay? 87.2 are citizens, all right? As of 2017, 15.7 of Morton, Mississippi residents were born outside of the country. The ethnic composition of the population of Morton, Mississippi is about 1,400 Black or African American. So there's 42.7% of this population is Black. All right, 34.4 are white. 22.7 are Hispanic or Latino. All right, and then you have American Indian, Alaska Native, and other races who make up nearly 2%. Okay? Those are the people that their representative that y'all just saw. This is who she represents. With majority of the people living there being Black or African American. But she's telling y'all she don't give a crap. You got to get out here and compete with people who are not from here, who don't have the same stock or the same experiences with this country. They get to compete with you. And then you have here, you can see the employment here is an F. You heard the guy there saying, you know, it's hard to find jobs here. It's hard to find jobs. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Leave y'all thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.